History was created in Georgia. At just 19 years of age, Divya Deshmukh is now a trend, a someone who has become a now, who has multiple followers now, all because she will never forget July 28, 2025, the day when she became the latest member to the Grandmaster Club in chess. And to talk about her achievements and also about how did she manage to do it and whether the future of Indian chess is now that much more brighter, I have with me Mr. Srinivasa Raghavan, who is a senior sports journalist and also a chess coach. Thanks a lot, sir, for talking to us.
Thanks for inviting me.
My first up straight questions. What is your first reaction on Divya Deshmukh's? Like a feat that is surely going to inspire a lot of young kids. Now, she herself is young, but at just 19 to become a grandmaster, that certainly takes some doing.
Yeah, it is a fantastic achievement. Winning the Women's World Cup is a big achievement. She's the first Indian to do it. You can say that is the third biggest title in chess, world title, then the candidates. You can say this is the third biggest title in chess.
So after she won the title, became the grandmaster, the first thing which she said, I need to learn how to close matches. And also, emotions were very much there. There are videos of her hugging her mother, and then the tears of joy coming out. Like at such young age, these performers just take the world by storm. But at the end of the day, you can feel for them that even they are also humans, isn't it?
True, it's true. Of course, she was playing a higher rated player. Humpy is been India's number one player for a very long time. She's a legend, and she also had a great tournament. But one bad game today, when the game was heading for a draw in the second tie-break game, she blundered. Then, of course, Divya kind of made some mistakes, gave some chances for Humpy to draw. But both of them were very nervous, and Humpy stumbled and lost.
Chess, it's of margins. Like one move left or right and your game is dusted. And I love how the game underwent. If I am able to ask you or rather put you on the spot, was there a turning point in the match which you felt that Divya gained not just the psychological but also, but in chess you say the positional dominance?
No, you are asking about the final or whole tournament.
Yes, yes. About the final, where did she actually beat Koneru Humpy, the seasoned veteran?
Yeah, she actually offered a pawn, which Humphrey should have taken with the pawn, but instead she took it with the rook. That was a big blunder, which allowed a pass pawn. Pass pawn like wins a lot of games in chess. After that, like Divya was clearly winning, even though she gave chances for Humpy to salvage a draw, but Humpy
Mhm.
could not find the right moves and lost.
Chess through very exceptional players. For me, if you ask me, Mr. Srinivas, it was the clash of the generations. We all have heard about Koneru Humpy, how she has held the Indian tricolor high for so many decades now, and now to being outsmarted, outclassed by someone at 19. Like even though she must be feeling bad, but maybe somewhere deep down the heart, she will also be proud that someone who is really talented and someone who is really gifted has actually beaten her.
I don't think she will feel bad. Champions want to win. So,
Yes.
of course, she will have highest respect for Humpy. But Divya Deshmukh is a very confident person, and she's been making rapid progress in the last 2 years. Last year, she won the World Junior, and she played a big part in India winning the Chess Olympiad gold for the first time. This time, of course, she had a great tournament. Before beating Humpy, she she kind of outwitted Zhu Jinar, higher rated player, Chinese. in the fourth round. Then she beat compatriot Dronavali Harika in the quarterfinals. And she had a very big win in the semi-finals, beating former women's world champion Tan Zhongyi. So it was always a possibility that Divya will beat Humpy. It was a possibility. Even though Humpy
Yeah.
have all the experience, she's a slight favorite. But momentum was with Divya. She started as the 15th seed and had a great tournament. Overall, she had a great tournament. Of course, in the finals, it's kind of it looked like heading for a blitz tie break when
Mhm.
Humpy blundered and kind of lost. Of course, you have very less time in the end, so it's very difficult, and she could not recover after making the blunder.
Absolutely, Humpy couldn't recover, but also let's stick to Divya for the meantime, Mr. Srinivas. Like, as a chess coach, I mean, like, if I ask you, what according to you stood out in Divya's game? Was it the opening? Was it the way she ended her games, or was it her ability to take risks? And risks sometimes might go against you, but this time I feel it just did wonders for her.
Yeah, she was well prepared at the opening.
Mhm.
Of course, she is a player who wants to attack, and she's very good at tactics. And overall, she had like a very good tournament. She did not have what to say. She actually in this in the fourth round there was a slight difficult moment when she allowed Zhu Dinner to level the match, and then it went to tie break. Tie break again, she recovered from the loss and played well. That was a real test. She was good in like she played very well. Overall, she played very well and deserved to win.
Absolutely, and she deserves all the accolades coming her way. Absolutely, grandmaster. And now, and I was reading that before the start of this tournament, she had absolutely zero titles, and now to finish
No,
the
she.
tournament,
No, let me correct you. She had the IM
yeah,
title. So
yes,
she had the IM title.
yes,
GM title, of course, requires three norms, but FIDE kind of gives the Grandmaster title if you win the World Cup. Actually,
yes. I was
in the last World Cup, Nurgul Selimova of Bulgaria had the same chance, but she lost the final to Goryachkina and earned only a GM now. But Divya did one
yeah.
better.
Yes, thank you for correcting me. I was about to come there. That being being a grandmaster, you require those three norms. Let's continue with Divya over here. Uh, I mean, like, how do you? I mean, like, for me, chess players are strategic thinkers. Okay, like they have a move, they have a strategy for each and every position, each and every condition. And to beat someone like Koneru Humpy, it just tells you that Divya Deshmukh is not just a one-time wonder, but she is a very good strategic thinker as well. What do you have to say about that?
No, she is improving very fast. So she's lower ranked than Humpy, but she has made a like quite a big progress in the last 2 years. So she's like she'll break into the top 10 soon. She's now world number 18. She'll break into the top 10 soon, and it will not be a surprise. She fights for the world title soon. Not maybe not into 2026, possible. 2026 candidates, if she wins, she will fight for the world title. Of course, it's not going to be easy first time.
Yes.
So she's already quite strong. Of course, needs to gain more experience playing against very strong players. That she has this year she played very strong women's tournaments like close tournaments, Grand Prix. She even won a bronze medal in Pune. So she has to gain some more experience. Then she'll become even more strong. She also plays so well in open tournaments. Last year she won the Sharjah Challenges. It is a like mixed tournament, men and women. She won the tournament ahead of strong men players.
Right. Last question, Mr. Srinivas. I mean, like, now, what is this victory, not just for Deshmukh, Miss Deshmukh, but also for the chess fraternity means? I mean, like, especially with such a young talent defeating a legend like Humpy, and then going on, like you just pointed out, there are so many titles or possibly victories waiting for her in the near future. But I mean, like overall for chess, because you have Gukesh doing exceedingly well in the men's division. Yeah, and because when we started, or rather when we watched chess, it was always about Vishwanathan Anand. But now in the last 5 to 6 years, you can just see a influx of so many talented Indian chess players who have gone on to become grandmasters. I was just reading that she is now the 88th grandmaster for India, and like that's we are quickly reaching the 100 mark. What do you have to say on that?
Yes, definitely. Probably in 2 3 years' time, we'll reach that magic number. Anand was the first to become grandmaster in the first Indian grandmaster in 1988. Long time, like nearly 37 years ago. Yeah, India is like now we have a world champion. We have three players in the top 10 in the open section. In women, we have four players in the top 20.
Yeah.
Humpy, Harika, Vaishali, and Divya. So women's chess is also growing. This should definitely inspire young girls to take up chess.
Mr.
More, of
Srinivas,
course.
from I'm sorry to cut you. From your perspective, from a coach's perspective, I'm like we always talk about other sports, maybe cricket, maybe badminton, maybe football, maybe hockey. But chess is something which even for a common man these days is more of a pastime rather than a full-fledged professional career. Now with so many youngsters coming in, do you see that mindset changing in the Indian, or rather the new generation that is popping up? The mindset is completely different, that no, chess can also be a professional game and we can make a living out of it.
Yes, it's changing, but a lot of things still has to improve. Earlier, like public sector, like IOC, BPCL, HPCL, ONGC, they were recruiting chess players. That helped chess players a lot. Nowadays, that recruitment is literally stopped. Sponsor, of course, thanks to India's tremendous growth, top players are getting sponsorship like Gukesh, Pragnananda, Arjun Erigasi. But
Yes.
players who are coming up, they still need more sponsorship. So yeah, you can make a living. You can make a living in chess, but it still has to grow. More prize money, more tournaments, even more tournaments in India. There's of course one big tournament in India, Tasta Steel India Rapid for men and women. So like that, we need to have more tournaments in India. That will also help. Of course, now
Absolutely, Mr. Srinivas.
next week.
Yeah,
Sorry to. Oh, next week we have
carry on, please.
next week we have a Chennai Grandmaster tournament in Hayat Regency in Tenambat. So that will be a good. That is also a good addition. That is sponsored by the Tamil Nadu government. Tamil Nadu government
Yes.
is also doing a lot for chess. Like 2022, they conducted the chess Olympiad. Third year, it's going to be held chess Grandmaster tournament. Like a lot of foreigners are also coming, and we have two categories: masters and challengers. That is also a good addition to tournaments in India. And we are also going to
Absolutely.
have the World Cup for Open World Cup in October, November. Of course, venue has not been decided, so we are also hosting another big tournament in October, November. The World Cup, the
Right.
World Cup
More
for the open
tournaments.
section.
Yes, more tournaments, more prize money, but more exposure. India, not just for India to be a sporting country, they just not need one game to dominate, but also at the same time need the other sports also to blossom. Divya Deshmukh's emphatic victory in Georgia just proves that if you have the hard work, if you put in the hard work, you have the skills, you have the determination and will to succeed, then sky is certainly the limit. Thanks a lot, Mr. Srinivas, for joining into the Federal and giving in your valuable inputs.
I would like to I like to finish with one point. If corporates should also back the sport more, they are doing it, but more corporates getting into the sport. Already, India has become a powerhouse.
Yes,
Uh, then we become even more stronger. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
absolutely. It is the support system around him that truly makes him or her the champion. Once again, Mr. Srinivas, thanks a lot for your inputs.
Thank you.